Hello, sim racers, and welcome to tonight's live stream. Uh, it's Wednesday, so what's going on? Why the usual? Why not the usual live stream during Friday night, right? Well, what is happening is that on Saturday we have 12 hours of endurance race with Gergo and Matt Samuel and maybe Kevin. I don't know. He might be able to join. He might be not. We're still, trying to convince him. So I said, better not do a live stream on Friday and then instantly again go for a 12-hour stream on Saturday. But then something special happened, and so this is why I'm here tonight. But we'll talk about all of this in a moment. Let me know how you're doing on the chat. I hope you guys are doing great. I already see so many people. Nice, nice. Hello, everybody on the chat. Really, really glad to see you. All right, so what is going on? Today? So let me show you. There is a pretty massive esports team. It's called the G2 Esports, and they are not sim racing team. They are everything. I mean, look at the website. I mean, look at that. They have fancy intros and people that show how geek I am and not on par with them. And they are doing everything. They are doing massive events. Okay, it's really a big team. They have a shop. They are doing everything. They have media here. You can see all of that stuff. And those guys decided to do sim racing now. They have the sim racing team with some pretty big names. And they decided to do an event, and this is the event. They are calling it G2 Esports Racing Series. It's powered by True Force, Logitech, and BMW are the official partners. And what they are doing these special days of qualification. So they have some servers together with Race Sim Central, if I'm not wrong. Sorry, with Race Department. Sorry about that. So servers are by race department, and they are doing those days, 14, 15, 16, 17th, and 18th October. They are doing hot lap qualifying. From this qualifying, they're going to get, I think, the first 40, and they're going to do 2 semifinals with 20 persons. And then in the end, they're going to do an online final, and they're going to get the 4 winners, something like that. The car that they're going to use for this qualifying is the BMW M6 at Monza. And you can go there, you can register. Okay, they just ask for your name, your Discord username, and your Steam ID. You should already know how to find everything. If you don't know, they have also a very nice video here that shows you how to find your Steam ID. And when you do that, they invited you into the race department Discord server with a dedicated channel for G2 Esports event. And there you can find all the people that will help you to understand how you can participate. They will give you the servers names, the server passwords, everything you need. And there's some pretty good money to be won here, because I think they have something like 3,500 euros, something like that, for the prizes. And they are also going to do some happening events at the finals. And they asked me to probably, they're probably going to be invite me. I don't know yet. It's not everything. It's not finalized yet. Also, COVID permitting, because you know that things is getting worse. So we'll see what it will happen. But if it's not going to happen instantly, surely it's going to happen later on. So this is the competition. This is the G2 Racing Series. Just go to, sorry about this stupid link from Facebook. So just go to g2esportsimracing.com, and you will find all you need to do to participate. And so tonight I am going to do some laps and try to get my hot laps in the servers and get a benchmark for you. Why is that? Because we don't want you guys to be the last in the competition. So I'm gonna be the last because you all know I'm not so fast as everybody's gonna, as the fastest guys that they are going to participate in such a big event. But at least, if you are not so fast, you have someone normal like me, and you can, compare your lap times. So this is why we're here. Still, before that, what should we do? Before that, we should do the news. Right. Okay. So let's do the news. Let's do the news today. First of all, it seems that you really like the format, everybody out there, so thank you so much for that. And I've got so many people contacting me and letting me know all the events, leagues, championships, everything that is happening around Assetto Corsa Competizione. So let's do the news for this week. As usual, you will find the news from this live stream edited and cut out into a single video that has also much less duration than this long live stream. Okay, so let's go back to the news and see what we have today, if I manage to fix all the stuff that I want to do. And we are right. First news: World Pro Racing. So World Pro Racing is a pretty important championship, and they are opening right now their first event in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Those guys are pretty important. They have FIA stewards watching the servers, and they also have broadcasting in-house. They are a company, so they're doing very, very, very serious broadcasting. You could go into www.worldproracing.com and search for the Assetto Corsa Competizione event. It's a GT3 at Spa, casual race. There are still 22 slots available as we're talking right now, and you can go there, find all the events, the details of the event, and you can register, and you can see all the drivers that they are already registered and apply for a place and race, because we all do this for the racing. Right, next is Xbox Pro League, and they are doing now Assetto Corsa Competizione Pro League. They are starting right now. And let me see here. Yeah, here it is. You can see now that they are starting with the Assetto Corsa Competizione on Xbox, which is great. And I think they have already 70 people joining, so it's going to be a pretty big event. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And they are controlling everything with simracing.gp. It's if you don't know about that, it's a very good online web application that controls leagues, results, all that stuff. So you can sign in with your Steam account, so everything gets ready for you automatically. And this is another thing. Let me update the chat here for a moment, because I don't see anything from you guys right now. Let me see if that works. And right. Yeah, let's move on. Okay, next we have SPQR Racing. SPQR. All right. So this is an Italian legal. They are starting to prepare for 3 hours of Monza. The qualifyings are open, and the race is on 14th of October. So after tomorrow, right? They have a Discord server. You can go and visit them. They also have a website at www.spqrracing. Here it is. You can find all the information here. It's mainly an Italian legal, but if you fancy the community, I don't think they have problems also if you are not Italian. Very good. Next, my good buddies at SimSport Racing. SimSport Racing, you might remember we did the 12 hours of Nürburgring in a mixed race with a GT4 car. And now they are practically doing a new race, a new event. And this time is the 3 hours of Silverstone. And Jenson Button, the world champion Formula 1, Jenson Button, is participating with a McLaren GT4 this time. They have also some pretty big prizes, because as I can read here, the Jensen Team Rocket will award the winning team of GT3 with 750 pounds sterling, and the GT4 team with 500 pounds. And you will also have the same amount donated to a charity of your choice. So this is a pretty big and very important news. I was really impressed by that. So good for them. Really amazing stuff. So very glad to see Jenson Button, be so happy to participate on Assetto Corsa Competizione events, and most importantly, helping the community. Not only participating, but actually, giving money in the end of the day. So it's very important, and also for a very good choice. You get to pick the charity, so it's really cool stuff. Again, go and find SimSport Racing on Facebook, and from there you will find their Discord server, and you can join, and they will give you all the necessary information that you need. Talking about great events and great stuff that is happening in the community, let's go into the moment of zen of the news. The moment of zen that I found this week is into the Assetto Corsa Reddit subreddit. And look at this. This is amazing. This is the whole server in Assetto Corsa 1, all right? The whole server is parked and stopped, and they are actually teaching this newbie guy how to make donuts into drifting and start, drifting. I found this thing to be so beautiful, and obviously, the comments are really great here. Massive up voting for this post. It's fantastic. It's heartwarming. I love it. Next very good thing about the community, also moment of zen for the community, is the Quads Dave Academy, which, as you know, is David Perel, which is coaching all sim racers, and he has made a very nice beginner's guide to sim racing. It's a pretty long text, by the way, many information, lots of stuff here. All the platforms, all the sim races, all the titles, everything. It's not just, Competizione, it's also a factor. I mean, everything is here. iRacing, all the guys are in. And you see they even have a very nice table of entry-level hardware, getting on pro level, money in object, whatever you want. Very detailed. Lots of stuff. So, why I'm telling you this? Well, probably if you're watching my streams, you are already a sim racer, and you are probably asking yourself why Aris is showing me this stuff. Because if you have friends and you have issues and you don't have the time, or you want to explain them, okay, what is sim racing? Here's the link that is good for you. So just go to Quads Dave Academy. In the tutorial section, you will find the beginner's guide to sim racing. All right, I think it's a very nice article, well done. At least the first things to start from, and from then on, you get your friend, you get whatever that asks you what is sim racing, and you bring it to our world, and you make him a drug addict, because this is what we do. So yeah, right. Moving on, but still staying in something related to Quads Dave Academy, the Sim Grid, which is David Perel Championship, is organizing now the Academy Cup, which is a series of 5 45 minutes races made in single makers with the Porsche Cup car, which is, I think, one of the most beautiful cars to drive in Assetto Corsa Competizione, and it's not used so much. So this is a great opportunity to participate in an event and use the Porsche Cup car. I remind you, there is no traction control, so you have to be delicate with your auxiliary gas application. There's still ABS, so at least this saves you. And it's single make, so no excuses, same car for everybody. And 5 races, as I said, all the information is here. Again, go to www.thesimgrid.com and you can find everything you want. Moving on and going back to SFR Italia, which I remind you is my personal sponsor for the real race with the Miata. Those guys have just posted the first prize that will go to the winner of the legal that they have just started on GT3 and GT4 cars, and they are going to give this whole sim rig. Wow, it's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't think they will give also the monitors and steering wheels and pedals and everything, but they will probably give only the sim ring. It is offered by M Garage, and boy, I could use something like that. Nice. So if you think that you have what it's needed to win there, go and participate. If you win the championship, this is what you get. Nice. Least but not last, as I told you, on Saturday, me, Gergo, and Matt Samuel, and hopefully Kevin, we are participating on Racing Club International 12 hours of Bathurst. We are going to do much love to the walls. Yes. We are going to race with an Aston Martin V12. So even if we, arrive last, at least we're going to give you a good show and great noise all around the mountain. So remember, Saturday, it's live on RCI TV on YouTube, and obviously I will be streaming live 12 hours. So again, I'm going to be dead for the next 2-3 days. And it is organized by Racing Club International, which is another league that I highly recommend. They do various leagues, events, championships, everything you can think. They do it very professional, very big, and very good. Always something you will always find people to race with. So Racing Club International on Facebook, and from there you can go to their website and to their Discord server. Again, very big Discord server. You will find all the information you needed. So this is the news for tonight. And right, let's move back to the G2 Esports series, okay? Right, so G2 Esports series again. So, what are we going to do tonight? I will go and, well, first of all, once you get in and you get the server, etc., race department says that they will try and get only the 10 best laps that you will do during the whole week. Why is that? Because obviously, even though they have plenty servers, I mean they have 4 or 5 servers, they don't want all the people to be inside the server all the time. Why is that? Because they want to limit the traffic inside the track as low as possible, so that you guys can do the best qualifying session that you can. All right? So what they are proposing is go into the server, which we are going to do right now. Okay, so back into the game. And so go into the servers. Let me show you if I can find them. The servers should be... Oops, I'm disconnected. Yeah, disconnected from the server. Unfortunately, when you have dev hacks in your game, this thing happens. So back to chatting. Let me go back, and I have to exit the game and re-enter the game, and then I should be able to find it. All right, so back again. So practically what they are telling you is go into the server, check out the weather, which is always stable for the whole event. Okay, it should be something around 21 degrees and ambient, and I don't know, something like 30 asphalt. And then go out in single player practice mode, train there, get as fast as you can in single player practice mode, and then you can practically okay, we're back again, so game window, right? And then once you are ready and you think you can do the same lap times or similar lap times, go into the server and do your lap times. Again, they advising us to do only 10 laps, and obviously 10 proper laps, not the one that you abort maybe. So 10 timed laps to limit the traffic on the servers and limit the traffic on track practically, so that everybody has the opportunity to do their own laps without much traffic. And so, as I said, G2 space E, that's all you need to search. They have 4 servers right now. Here it is. You have to choose BMW, and you go into the server. Nothing on my screen. Right. Let's see.
Green line, show them what you got.
Yeah, I can see that there's nothing on my screen. Let's see if Streamlabs will understand that I'm back in the game again. Should be now better. Let's see this. Yep, now we have it. Yeah, we did it. All right. Yeah, unfortunately I went out from the game and back in, and when this happens, sometimes Streamlabs loses the focus on the window, and this is what you get. So as I said, you go into the server and you check the temperature of the track, and then don't do infinite laps inside the server like this, but just get out and go back to single player, which is what we're going to do right now. I found out that you have to be in practice at around 2 o'clock, and go first to clear and then custom, and use 70 degrees average ambient temperature, and that will give you more or less the 2130 that we saw inside the server. So ACC is very loud. We can fix that. Audio, that's strange, should be lower. Okay. Let me know in the chat if this is better, and I will try to find out here if things work properly. Yeah, it should be okay. Okay, let me know. All right. Right, so what are we going to do? I'm going to try and do some laps here and see if I hope to get down to something like 147, I think. And if I can be consistent and doing, often 147, then I will jump back to the servers, and I will, try to set a 147 inside the servers. As you can see, I have downloaded the official library of the BMW G2 Esports car, which is pretty neat. Right, so that should be it. I have a couple of setups that I have made some time ago, and I will use those and then, build my speed from there. So obviously those setups, you can find them. If they're not there already, I will post them at the end of the stream, and you can find them there, and you can have a go on the setups and see if you can get better than me and faster, which I'm pretty sure you won't have any problems. Right, a little bit of water, and we are ready to go. Whoops. The setups were made for a higher temperature, so I would probably have to fix the pressures. But in the meantime, oh yes, I watched Zardier driving the Lambo. He was so happy. This guy is already happy on its own, but you could see he was on a different level, right? He was so happy, and I'm so glad from him. He really deserved it, and looking forward to see more of his videos. Obviously, that was a Lamborghini experience day. It wasn't an actual test. So they didn't really let him, go crazy on the car. Truth to be told, Imola is also not an easy track. So I can understand that those guys were extra careful to not let, some sim racers to go as crazy as they could. If it was another circuit, they would have probably let them go faster. But, at least from what I saw, he had plenty of fun, and he experienced some important things on the car, from what I know, and he got the experience of how it is to be inside a racing car like that. So, right, yeah. Yeah, I'm really very glad that, you know, sim racers and sim racing in general gets to give people like Zordier, which I greatly admire. I really like the guy and his enthusiasm and his positiveness. It's great that our hobby gives them the opportunity to do such stuff. It's really good. It's really good. I'm so glad. I'm happy. I'm happy for him. All right. So yeah, let me go back to tire set 1. All this fresh, and yeah, let's go.
Green
Let's
light,
ride.
green light. Go, go, go.
Let me know if the sound is okay. I think the Lambo will not invite me anymore since I drifted their Aventador Super Veloce. I think they had enough of that. They were really scared, so that's it for me, probably. Game is loud again. Alright. Game is so loud. Okay, let me fix that. Sorry about that. That's strange. Why the game is so loud? But no problems. Let's actually go down a little bit on the desktop audio. I will do a couple of, you know, test, guys, so please let me know. So how is it now for you? Is it better? Is it the same? Let me know how it sounds right now. So I'm down. My voice louder. People usually tell me to talk lower. Now you want me louder. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Probably we have some issues with. Let me check. I'm checking what I need to do. Oops. This not. This is already like this. Okay. Oops. And okay, let me just raise a little bit the record, and that should fix it, hopefully. If I can only remember from where to fix the microphone. Oops. No, that's it. Oh my god, always the same stupid thing. And right, maybe I found it, or maybe not. How to know when to change tires? I'll tell you. And where is the microphone again? It's always the same thing. All right, microphone. Here it is. And yes, I need some extra boost, probably. Yep. So okay, 10 decibel boost. How do you hear me now? Is it better? I believe it should be better, maybe even too high, maybe. So let me know if I'm yelling like that, if you can hear me, or if it's terrible. It's good? Nice, that's good. Okay. All right. And let's do this together. So engine sound and me talking around, and let me know. So now voice is very loud. Guys, make up your minds, please. It's good? It's okay? Okay, it's okay. Good, okay. Right. Okay, so don't sound. That's going to be impossible for me. So let's take the advice of Cats, and I mean it's Cats, and lower the microphone by 1 point something like this. Okay, so now it's going to be better, right? Because as you know, I'm always, at some point I will start screaming, and yeah, this is how it is. All right. Okay, let me know if it's too low or it's acceptable right now. And obviously, if I scream like that, if you still can't hear me, or if I just, make you completely deaf, which you should be deaf because I am also deaf, so we must suffer together. Yeah, I need a better microphone, to be honest. I need a much better microphone. At some point, I will do it. Okay, so let's do some laps. Let me, warm up a little bit, do some laps, and when I will finish this fuel tank, because I didn't put enough fuel right now, I can also explain to the friend at the chat, which I don't remember the name right now, how to know when to change the tires. All right? Okay. Software volume compressor is something I'm considering, but I don't know how much frame rate might get from the system. But now that I have pretty decent frame rate, I should probably try it and see how it goes. All right. So, Monza, we meet again. Okay, let's go back down to 48 something and then try to move from there. Not good entry, but still pressures are low, so well, of course you start at 30 on the consoles cannot do any more, unfortunately. Well, the PC, sky's the limit. I mean, right now I'm something around 120 fixed and capped, but I could do something like 160, I think, on occasion, and then it goes down if you have much more cars. Bad Aris. My PC setup is a Ryzen 3600X, overclocked to something like 4.2 gigahertz, something like that. And I just got on it 2080 Ti, which I haven't overclocked yet, but I will see about that later on. One of the important things that you might want to consider for Assetto Corsa Competizione is the speed of your RAM, especially if you have a Ryzen. Assetto Corsa Competizione really moves better if you have a fast RAM. So maybe you want to check that. If you have some very slow old RAM at, I don't know, 2333 Hertz, you might want to change this to something more modern, like 3002, 3006, something like that. No, faster. 60 gigabyte is good, but it needs to be faster. Okay, let's see if we can do the Seconda Variante better. Yeah, Alpha is right. That was scary over there. Too much sliding. Ooh, lost it over the curb there. Always a problem at Monza. Not driving very well. That was so messy. With the BMW, no rear wing and minimum right head everywhere. With the Audi, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it depends. If you're good enough, you can do it without rear wing, I guess. But it's hard. The Audi, you know, likes some stability. But again, I mean, depends what you want to do. I don't remember. We should go and see how the aggressive setup is made for the Audi. Maybe it has 1 degree, 1 click of rear wing. I don't really remember. Come on, Aris. Need some precision here. Yeah, it's tuned. This is what I have. 1080 at fixed 120 frames. This is how my system right now works. I mean, it does more, but I cap the frame rate at 120 frames per second, and it's really very smooth and fluid. Ah, okay, Matt, thanks. Okay, one more lap. Yeah, just remove the wing. Nice and smooth here. Not so smooth anymore. I'll do it much better here. And in fact, I'm gaining a lot. You see how a good exit makes you gain so much time. Look at that. So much more time. Yeah, come on. All I need is a good parabolica now. Come on. Yeah. Nice. We are 48 flat. Whoa, from 48 slash 48000. How cool is that? Nice. And our pressures are down, so we can fix that. Okay, no more fuel. Let's stop. Okay. So let's go back to the pits, garage. It's gonna be like this the whole night, you know. Some laps back, some laps back. That's why I don't really like qualifying and cold lapping. But you know, it's something that I have to get better. It's something that I have to get better. I'm not good at qualifying. So right. So we have a 48.000. Nice. And we have a possible. You see here, practically 0.2 of a second in the mid-sector loss. So we have a possible 37.8, something like that. So we can do it. We can do it. Setup. So a friend at the chat before this asked, how do you know when it's time to change your tires? Well, first of all, if you go into the fuel strategy and you get back to the tire set that you just worked, you had before and you used. So I go back to tire set 1. I can see here the tire wear of the tread depth of the tire. So what is this? So slick tires, as you know, they are completely smooth, but they have some small, very small holes on the surface around the circumference. There are not so many. They're like, I don't know, 4 or 6 series of holes around the whole circumference of the tire. Now, why they have those small holes? Because you can insert and measure the depth of the tread. So how much depth there is from the surface of the tire down to the hole. Now, when the tire is new on those Pirelli tires, of course, that's not something that happens in all the tires, but on those Pirelli tires, when they are new and fresh, this depth is 3 millimeters. 3 millimeters of depth from the surface of the tire down to the core, right? So 3 millimeters of depth is when the tire is new. Now Pirelli says that obviously as you start driving and the tire is sliding around and everything, it starts to get worn out, okay? And it wears out in what way? Obviously you are losing material from the surface of the tire. It just evaporates, teared off, whatever, okay? So you're losing this kind of material. And obviously after you have made some laps with your tire, when you are going to measure it again after the session of driving that you did, you're gonna find out, like here on the tire set 1 we just used, that the depth is no longer 3 millimeters, but it is less. In this situation right here, you can see that at the front left, we have now 2.87 millimeters, 2.87 millimeters at the inner part of the tire, 2.88 at the middle, and 2.89 at the outer edge of the tire, because the tires are obviously, they have camber, negative, like that, and so you wear out first the inner, then the medium, and then the outside. Okay, what happens next? Well, again on those Pirelli tires, Pirelli says you shouldn't go much lower than 1.5 millimeters. When the tire arrives at a depth of 1.5 millimeters, you should change the tire because it's not safe anymore. You could push it a little bit and go down close to 1 millimeter if you want to double stint your tires. If you want to double stint, so as you know, the stint in this GT3 series is 1 hour. If you want to double stint your tires, so do 2 hours with the same set of tires, you could arrive down to 1 millimeter, but don't go under that because you might have your tire explode, and this happens in Assetto Corsa Competizione too, so don't risk it. Obviously, the more the tire gets worn out and the less depth it has, several things happens. First of all, it starts to become less sticky, so you lose some grip in terms of stickiness, okay? So it loses some grip from there. But most importantly, the characteristics of the tire change, because a tire that has 3 millimeters can flex more, and so it gives you that impression that the tire, hugs the road, and it's flexible with the road and follows the bumps and the curbs and everything, and keeps gripping, right? Now, as the tire gets worn and worn and worn, and you go down to something like 2.5, 2 millimeters of depth, then it has less material to flex. And having less material to flex on the footprint, it becomes more nervous. It becomes more, wooden. The feeling is like a tire that doesn't flex anymore, doesn't hug the asphalt, but it is a wood and it is rigid on the tarmac. So not only you lose some of the grip and the stickiness of the tire, but the tire also becomes easier to slide because it doesn't flex and doesn't give it doesn't tell you what it's about to do, but being harder, it just snaps and starts sliding around. And because it doesn't flex around a lot, it also generates less heat, because the flex is what generates heat. If you get your hands and do this, and do that, like this, you feel your muscles and skin flexing around, and they get hotter and hotter because flex generates heat, friction generates heat. But when the tire is, so rigid, get one plastic against one other plastic like this, and do that, you will feel much less heat. Why? Because there is no flex. And so less tire depth means less flexing, and less flexing means less heat. Less heat on the tires means that your pressures go down. And that also is even more less flexing and even more less stickiness from the tire, because the tires are getting cold. So, and on and on and on. And of course, losing 3 millimeters also affects the ride height, right? And as you know, those cars are very sensitive to the ride height. So, 1.5 millimeters of difference, 1 millimeter of difference can make a difference in the car handling, and also affects the spring rate of the tires again. So all of that is dynamically simulated in Assetto Corsa, and becomes more and more and more difficult to drive a car that has worn out tires. So now the grip of those tires, obviously, as I said, goes down, but the loss of grip is not so much to make the car slower as you lose weight from the fuel. So after an hour, that's why also in real life, after about 45 minutes of racing, okay, even though the tires are worn out, the fact that your car weighs now 80 kilos less will probably give you the opportunity to make your best lap of the race. So the best lap of the race is not when you have full fuel and your tires are fresh, but it's around after 45 minutes where the tires are worn out but still decent, and your car is much, much lighter. But be careful, because, as I said, the grip is still enough to make a best lap, but the handling of the car is different, is more edgy, is more strange, it slides around a little bit, so you need to work around. Why? Because for all the reasons we explained, in Assetto Corsa Competizione, it's not just that you might lose some grip. It changes the characteristic of the tire behavior, right? And that obviously changes the handling of the car. So this is how you understand how to change your tires. So you do, for example, 10 laps, you see how much wear you have. So let's say that in 10 laps you had, I'm making an example, 2.5 millimeters of tire left. And so you know that at 20 laps, more or less, you're going to have 2 millimeters of tires left. And maybe it's a good idea around 25 laps to change your tires, okay? Which is usually when your stint ends, right? So your stint ends, depending on the track, from 25 to 30, 35 laps. and this is where you have to change your tires. Obviously, when you are driving, you cannot, of course, see what conditions your tires are, right? Because obviously you either have to stop and measure the depth, or you cannot see it in any other way. Also in reality, that's why we do not show you, and you have to understand on how the car drives, okay? But you have to make your homework before that. So practice, see what's happening, understand your car, understand your tires, and then on the race you will find everything you have practiced before while you're driving, and you will know how to react. Okay, so I hope this explains all of that. Absolutely, Exozone. This is something also I do. I mean, you can sacrifice how the car handles at the start of the race to have a better car mid-race or towards the end of the race. You know, absolutely something to do. Race setups is all about, you know, making a setup that works with the tires for as long as possible, not just 2 or 3 laps. Poasma says, question about springs. Does changing to softer springs means that the car has more weight transfer but less load transfer? It has more weight transfer because of the roll and the pitch, okay? But it has not less load transfer. I know what you mean. It has slower load transfer. The load transfer is pretty much the same, okay? Doesn't change this a lot because the grip remains the same. If you do 1.5 Gs, you're still going to do 1.5 Gs. So the weight transfer, the load transfer is the same amount of kilos at the end of the day. But how it happens with softer springs, it's slower. Okay, it's slower. Why? Because the car needs more time to set. Okay, because in the meantime, it rolls and all that stuff. Now, that might be bad for precision, especially if you are also a fast driver and you have to do, you know, tracks with lots of chicanes and stuff like that, for example. But on the other hand, it might give you the necessary time to react better. Okay, so more slower reactions will give you as a driver more time to accommodate the car. So this is what happens. Stiffer spring, usually stiffer low speed dampers, bump and rebound, and vice versa. Yes. Usually, again, I mean, everything happens right now for right. Xavier, yeah, there's lots to learn, mate. Lots to learn. Yes, yes, it does, Dirk. Okay, so let's do some extra laps. We are already at 1.48.0. Perfection. Okay, I need to raise a little bit the pressures, as you can see here. So let's go up by at least 6 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's keep them a little bit higher. You know, it's Monza, long straights. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2 here. Actually, 1. 1 is enough. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 here. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, toe is 0 all around. Car has to have as much straight speed as possible. So let's see if I can improve on that. Let's go. Let's do some extra laps. Let's see if we can go now down to 47. Why 2 sides to different tire pressures? You have to check my playlist where I explain you the steps of how to set up the car. Okay, and the number 1 step you need to do for setting the car is tire pressures. And you need, if you go into that video, it's much better explained. But just, you know, fast enough to tell you that you want to have the same tire pressures all around when the tires are hot. Not when you're exiting the pits, but when the tires are hot, so after 2 laps. So you need to do at least 2 or 3 laps, check the tire pressures, all right, and see how the hot tire pressures are, and then try to balance them so that the hot tire pressures are identical. That's when you have a balanced car. Okay, but check that video. It's much better explained and in much more detailed with examples, and that will make you understand why we set up the cars asymmetrically before we exit the pits. Down to 3rd gear, inside the Ascari. No, where's the Fair Devil? Thank you so much. Fair Devil, have a look at the pressure right now. As you can see, we are at the end of the 1st lap, and as you can see here, the front left is 26.7, the front right is 27.4, and the same more or less happens at the rear tires. And now we are at the 1st lap. You will see that after 2 more laps, all 4 tires will have the identical tire pressure. Whoa! Bad Aris, bad driving. As you can see now, we are at the middle of the 2nd lap, and already the tires start to be very identical between them, all 4 tires. It's difficult, yeah, tell me about it. That's why I'm doing so many mistakes. Oh, Zardier is another level. No, Toll will definitely heat up your tires, not by much, but a little bit, yes. So much turbo lag, this car. You put your foot down, nothing happens, and then after a while, wah, power. Hello, Roman. Come on, Aris. Oh, come on, Aris. Fuck. Ah! Why? Why that fucking green fake grass? So slidey. If you go over there and you're still sliding, you're dead. Yeah, turbo lag. Again, marble, this is something we have explained. There is a video where I explain how to understand your car. It's a long live stream. And in that video, I explain why the GT3 cars, with all the new data that we got, you need to be far more precise. It's hard, you know, it's harder. You need to be much more precise. While in Assetto Corsa 1, we modeled a more generic tire, and we didn't have also that far more advanced aerodynamics, and so the cars feel like having more weight, but because the simulation is not so accurate, and there is much wider space to, you know, play with the steering wheel, and the tires have a wider operation window. Okay, so that's better here. Alberto, tutto può aiutare, però practice. Way too fast in. So you can see how the pressures are almost identical left to right now, after 3 or 4 laps, even though we're not driving so well. Ah, bad driving. The PCI is a little bit too high, but I remind you, we are trying to do a qualifying hot laps here, and so we need all the extra top speed we can get. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of, you know, grip to get some extra less rolling resistance. But I'm not driving well now, so let's see if I can do one more lap. Yeah, it's not that bad, I mean, in the end. Okay, last lap with this. So good exit. Not good. Ah, oh, terrible. Okay. Sbinala. That was not so good. Let's just go back. And first of all, someone said, no, I'm already front brakes 1 and 1. Okay, so that's no problem. I want to get down just a tiny bit, especially here. So 1, 2, 1. Okay. 1. I'm just trying to find out the best compromise from speed to grip, something like that. So I would like to stay somewhere around 27.8, 27.9 and see how I can do it. All right, so let's try this. Let's try this. 3. Okay, in theory I could, lower the fuel, but let's save that after we can do a couple of 47s. The problem with the M6 is that it's not so easy car to hit the curbs. When you hit the curbs with the M6, at least I'm having troubles. I'm having issues. So I don't know. I will try it, but let's do first 47s with my typical lines for now, and then maybe we can attack more and see what happens. Yeah, I'm a little bit late at the second chicane. It depends what you want to do. I don't want to be at 28 for a long distance, but for a couple of laps at Monza. Whoa. Oh, you mean to set 28 psi from the pits? No, that's going to be a complete disaster. You need to have 28, 27.6, 28 psi at when the tires are hot. So after 3-4 laps. Oh, no worries, Mr. Pitts. Glad that they can help you. Right. Let's do it. Let's do a 47. Come on. Ah. Dragon, because commodity and ease of use. I mean, in the end here we are not doing stuff for advanced driving. We are doing the basic stuff to help newcomers or people that have problems or people that just want to have fun without getting crazy to get better and faster. So this is why we usually do it. If I have to do something for myself and I really want to push it, then yes, obviously I'm going to use the Motec. But I use the Motec every day at work, so I prefer to not get crazy during the nights, And if you decide to use the Motec and show it to the screen, then you have to do also a prologue and explain to people how to do it, why you're doing it, and so on. So I would prefer to do something like that when I'm ready to do something proper. Oh, Steve, thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Oh, Steve from race department. Nice, thanks, mate. Oh, Steve, you made me lose my braking point. fourth brakes are there only to let you know and understand how a world brake will behave and what brake fade is. But they are practically identical to brake pads 1, and for racing you should only use brake pads 1, 2 and 3, not 4. They are for testing, for your own, testing purposes. Rafael, we have a video about how to set up your G29 too. Watching this chat again way too much. No worries. Ammazza Zig, come hai fatto a capirlo? Incredibile. Peccato che è tutto sul morbido e il posteriore al minimo. Yes, Xavery. Ooh, lost it. Oh no, okay, let me concentrate a bit. This was terrible. One should also make you up to 3 hours practically, if you are careful with what you're doing and you're not overdoing stuff. All right. Now, Rafael, it's on the quick and dirty force feedback settings video, where I talk about pretty much all the the wheels, but don't expect to see who knows what. It's just basic information. Hello, Martu. Okay, let's stop watching the chat for a minute because you guys are so many, I cannot follow you and I cannot drive at the same time. Ciao Kino. Ah, the exit was so-so. I rotated the car way too much. Ah, this driver. Okay, we have our first 47 at 47.9. It's not good enough. Oh, way too much. Way too late braking. We have still lots of time to gain here and there. Yeah, Dorifto. Oops. Eurobit intensifies, guys. Yeah, Monza is frustrating. I definitely agree. Not an easy track. Alright, let's do another one. No, it could be. Oh, fuck. Ah! Ah! It's unsettled way too much here if I go over the curb. No number! Okay, one more lap. No fixed setups. You have to do your own. But, you know, you can get mine. Not right now, product. Eye on the accelerator there. I got scared. long. Brian, I mean, you couldn't have chosen two more opposite cars to compare. Guys, you are asking the wrong questions. There's no correct that and correct this. It's all how to understand your car and, you know, take specific decisions. So I would really advise you to go back and check my older videos where I explain how to understand your car, how to set up your car. We have a very nice video of the Porsche at Zandvoort. This will really open your eyes. In sim racing, because we are trying to simulate reality as much as possible, there is no what is the correct number. There is no such thing, ever. There's no such thing like that, you know. You need to understand what the car is telling you, what your driving style is, and what you need for the car to go faster, and do it. Come on, Aris. Come on. That would have been a nice lap to put on the servers. Come on, Aris, don't lose the time. Ah, goes up. And I've lost all the time. Anyway, it's a good 47.6. I'll take it. I'll take it, and the fuel is off. 47.6 of the BMW is a pretty good lap time for me. Now I want to do this a couple more times. You know, I want to do another 47.5, 47.6, 47.8, whatever, so that, you know, I'm close to that limit. And I want also to try and see if I can do it with a little bit less fuel, because right now I can do how many laps? Right now is how many laps? I don't know. Still, you know, you see, I have a better last sector here by 2/10. So this 47.6 could have been a 37.4, 47.4, which, yeah, makes sense. But I did like, let's see, 6 laps. I should try to do this possibly in 3 or 4 laps, because I always need some laps, you know, to get up to the rhythm. So yeah, I have to. I want to try with 10, 12 liters of fuel, and see if I can improve. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that will be good. Yeah, it's a little bit too planted in the rear, especially out of the turn. So maybe I can, you know, ask a tiny bit of, I don't know. I could try the extra camber here and see what happens. I could try to go down to something like 12 liters here and see what happens. And then maybe we can do something here on the bump stop at the rear. We'll see. We'll see. Not yet. Not yet. One click at a time. So first, we will try the front camber, more front camber, and see what happens. Let me have a look at the G2 Esports Series chat and see what those guys are doing. Not much for now. Reverse the rear wing. Nice. Well, guys, actually, we are 286 people right now watching the stream, so thank you so much, because at this time of the night and, you know, Wednesday out of the blue without any other telling any people about this is great. Thank you so much for your support. As usual, if you can, you know, hit a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's get close to 20,000 subscribers. Pretty cool number. I would never expect, to be honest, to arrive that fast in 20,000 subscribers, but, you know, we're getting there. All right, the middle of my workday. Oh my God, Michael. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do Mark 2. Wait. Okay, let's do it. The BMW very planted with the fold setup. Not really. It's a difficult car. It can feel planted, but then it snaps into you. It always strains, you know. You have to drive it in a certain way. You have to respect that it is a very, very big and long car. If you do this, then the car, you know, delivers. But it's one of those cars that seem easy at the first laps, and then the more you try to go faster and to the limit of the car and yourself, the more angry it gets, and the more it can bite you back when you don't expect it. It's a strange car. I mean, usually front ends in long cars don't have any issues on the curbs. The BMW does not like the curbs, for example, so it's particular. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much, mate. Marzu. Mike, yeah. I try my best. Drive and nades, that's different legal for us, you know. Ooh, way too fast. I really arrived way too fast there. Thanks, Alex. Glad I can help. Okay, I need more focus for just 3 to 4 laps, otherwise I won't be able to do it. Whoa, there you have it. Pick the curb wrongly with the BMW and it's not instant death, but it's certainly code brown. Okay, so bad lap, 48.1. Okay. Come on. Do it. Nope, 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 nope. No good. Whoa, there you have it. Monza is good for racing, if of course you are with people that they know what they're doing and they respect each other, because otherwise it's a mayhem. But once you are in a good server or in a good race at Monza with respectful opponents, it's pretty cool for racing. Otherwise, I agree, it can become, you know, a little bit boring. So yeah. I don't have the fuel to do those laps. This final lap. Okay, so I abort. I don't have enough fuel. Okay, let's go back and try again. Possibly more focused. If I can do another 47 now, I think I'll go into the server and try my luck. You know? The strengths of the BMW. It's not a top car, unfortunately. Also a little bit because of the BOP, which is not so good for the car. But on some tracks, if the stints are a little bit, you know, longer, and you could you know, play with the EQ of the engine, consume less fuel, and do some surprises. I invite you to go and see. Of course, it's very long. It's an 8 hours race we did in an Italian championship. It's all in Italian, but we did an 8 hours race in Italian, 8 hours race at Spa, and we managed to do one pit stop less from all the others, while still keeping the car, you know, on very good lap times. So yeah, as usual, you know, each car has its own characteristics. Pathos use less camber. Usually range needs a lot of less camber. Not good. Non si può migliorare il VR da solo, o migliori tutta... Cioè, non... Ragazzi, continuate a chiedere questa cosa, ma... O migliori tutto, e allora anche il VR diventa meglio, ma... Ecco, grazie. Non si può migliorare il VR da solo, non è che puoi cambiare dei... Se no l'avremmo già fatto, cioè... Non... Less camber is always less negative, so instead of minus 0.4, you do something like minus 0.1. Minus 0.2. Minus 0.1 is way too low. Come on, Turbolag. Not good. I cannot do a 47 again, so that's something here, something I don't like. So let's lower this down to something like that. Yeah, and try to get the rear to rotate a little bit extra. Yeah, less negative pathos, you're right, sorry. Plasma, it's always, the problem is always between the steering wheel and the wheel and the seat, which is the idiot in the middle. The car is not so bad. It's a little bit different because I have a little bit less fuel, but the difference is not that big. But the problem is I'm starting to push a lot to, make a result, and it doesn't pay. I need to focus and do the things properly, not push extra. Even the 47.6 I did before, it was made while I was more relaxed, So I need to get back to that relaxed way and be precise. Rotates a bit too much now. Rapid Auto, I have no idea. That's decisions that each manufacturer makes, and obviously, who knows? They decided it made more sense for them to do a M6 for GT3, M8 for WEC, and the M4 for GT4. Do you guys think I should go to Twitch? You prefer it as a platform? I don't know. Alright, so again it's yes, no, as usual. Yeah, I mean, in the end, I just use the instrument that it's easier for me to deal with. That was bad. Nah, yeah, I'm not concerned. I'm just asking out of curiosity, to be honest. I mean, I think that you know, if I was streaming a lot every day, then Twitch would probably make sense. But I'm streaming once every week, and then I'm doing also some cuts, so I don't think it makes sense a lot for me. Nice. Car starts to come together again. Nice. Another 47.6. Like that. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, in private. I'm so slow out of this turn. I don't feel that I'm doing variante, prima variante properly. I'm good at entry, I think, but awful at the exit. Oh. So this lap has errors. If I can do a 47 on this lap, I think we're doing good. Not too much curb here. Somehow, I made it. Oh, that was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't have fuel for another lap, but let's try this exit once more. No, I can't do it. All right, let me do another one, and then we go on the server. Marcel, yes, as far as I know, they are trying to only get your best 10 laps, just 10 laps, just 10 counting laps, because as they said, and I think it makes sense, they are trying to keep the servers free of traffic, so that a guy can go in and do some laps properly, and without having too much traffic. I should start coaching on ACC now. I don't have the time, guys. Either I do ACC and made the game, or I do coaching. This kind of live streams I do are just you have to play the game that you make, because otherwise you lose connection and you don't understand what is going on sometimes. And sometimes you hear people complaining and say, are they right? Are they wrong? What is going on? And you need to play it yourself, experience the game properly as a game, and so you understand better. And then the most important fact is, I started as a sim racer. I like to be in contact with you guys. I like to talk with you, and this is my free time. And sometimes I get tired, but I don't care. It's cool. Mentally, it keeps me fresh, and it keeps me loving what I do. Talking with you, explaining stuff, showcasing stuff, doing races. It's very cool. Rapidotto asks, what's my opinion on simulating mechanical damage on endurance races? Here's the thing. Those cars are bulletproof. Bulletproof. I was talking actually to engineers, and they were telling me so many stories. Amazing. Even the GTE cars, even more. I had an engineer. He was telling me that they've managed to finish the 24 hours of Le Mans on the Ferrari 488 with the last 3 hours, because of problems on the radiator, etc. The engine was running at 130 to 140 degrees Celsius, and the engineers were like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die! Oh my God, we're gonna die!" The car ended the race. They opened the engine. The engine was like, nothing happened. They are bulletproof. So except when things happen, if you go out a lot and pick a lot of debris or stuff like that, which I agree we do not simulate, but that's a different matter. But mechanical damage because you are abusing the car, those cars are like made of rock, made of granite. I don't know how is the correct term. So they are really, really, really good, really good. Some cars suffer a little bit more than others, but even the worst cars are like, I just give me fuel and I will keep going. Yeah, it's modern cars. That's what happens. Graphic settings. Yeah, sure. I mean, here it is. I will just scroll them. And you can have this is not, wait, those are not the correct graphic settings. These are. So here it is. I will scroll like this, and you can maybe watch the video later, and you can find out how I keep the graphic settings, because otherwise if I go through all of them, it's a big deal. No worries, Leo. I don't know, Gabriel. I hope so in the future, but I don't know. Certo, Catamaps, addirittura lavoravo con la scuola guida di The Adamics tanto tempo fa, tipo 15 anni fa, 14 anni fa, sì, lavoravo con loro. Non lavoravo per loro, avevo la mia azienda, ma facevo cose per loro. You can, yes, Dragon, look, you can go into the options, videos, okay. You can change whatever you want, and then you go into manage custom video presets. If you didn't know that, now you know. And here you can load and save new setups, so that when you are alone, you want to do some extra super screenshots, you can put everything to Epic and make your screenshots. And then when you have to go into a race and you want a little bit lighter graphics configurations to raise your frame rate, you can do so and save from manage custom video presets. You can save the preset and just load from one to another, and you're good to go. It's very, very handy. Same thing you can do obviously with the controls. Sono bravi i ragazzi di The Adamics. Alessio, il trucco, oltre al più o meno, che è importante esattamente dove più e dove meno, il trucco è anche lasciare il freno e lasciar scorrere la macchina, portare più velocità dentro la curva. È lì che è difficile, è lì che faccio anch'io fatica in confronto agli altri. My FOV is, what is my FOV? Also, I think it's 45, something like that. Yeah. The setup, Batuhan, I will save the setup in the description of each video. There is a link of where you can go and find all my setups. So click there, and you will go into a Google Docs shared folder, and inside there you will find all the setups, And once I'm done with this setup, I will also save it there, and you can go and take it and have a go, you know. I don't know Hashiko, except honestly I don't know. Okay, let's do one more fuel tank, 12 liters, and then let's go to the server and see if we can do another 47 inside the server. Drink! Brian asked for Nords. Drink. And explain to Brian why we drink. Everybody drink. Thanks, Rapidato. Rapidato, tell me about it. 7 for me. I have a son goes to Superiore, so I have to go with him and wake up early as usual. Hey, that's life. Oh, I drink a lot. You can be absolutely sure about that. You know, German beer. All right, let's go. Ha un 24 pollici 1080, niente di che. Too late on the brakes. Ooh. What was that? Well, you can't expect me to drink, you know, alcohol and drive. I mean. Ooh, that was scary. Okay. Hello, Flans. Okay, let's do it. Come on. Ooh. It was hard on the curb there. Ah! Oof. How did I lost all this? Oh, come on. Oh, I've lost it. I've lost it. Woohoo. That is a classical Ascari loss. That's always what is happening. Always. Okay. Should we go to the server? Yeah, let's go to the server. Let's go to the server. I mean, oh wait, let's save the setup first. So it's 21, 30. It was this one. So let me name this as 21 degrees 30, even though it's a little bit lower now, and call it Q5. Right. Okay. Yeah, this is. I mean, this is what happens, you know, in sim racing. People say, "Oh, but we are going faster than the real cars," and so on and so on. In reality, if you do an error like that, it's done. Your weekend is done. Not only you probably gonna lose your job, you know, if you do it all the time, but you cannot race on the qualifying session. You cannot probably race on the weekend because you will totally destroy the car. Here, all right, let's go to the server and do another 1,000 laps. Who cares, you know? It's very, very different. In that kind of situation, it's completely different. Fortunately or unfortunately. I mean, I can understand who says, hey, you see, that's not right. We should have instant death and permadeath and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be great. But then again, I mean, come on, it's free time. It is what it is. We just have to keep it in mind, you know. Okay, let's go to the server. Let's go to the server. Right. Quit here. And let's go to the server. And out and in. And server list and G2 space E. Alessio, per quello che è difficile. Quei 2-3 chilometri fanno la differenza ed è molto difficile. Alright, so let's see how we are here. We have 6 people here, 4 people, 2 people, and 0. What should we do? Should we go here that there are 6 people and try to get some slipstream, or at least see if we can... Let's check their lap times. Let's see how much we suck. All right. Okay, let's go here and see what happens, and then get out and maybe go to the other server. 147.6. Yeah, 147.6. Well, we're not that bad, right? I mean, obviously, after us, the aliens will arrive towards the end of the week, and they will do 46 everywhere. So. Yasu, Dr. Yanni. Sì, Alessio, sì, potrebbe essere. My t-shirt off, no, because there's lots of fat here, you know. So better not. Okay, so let's try it. Where are we? Here. This is it. Load. And actually I want to go up 1 here, so maybe the rear comes into play earlier in the second lap. 46.5 the Ferrari is pretty cool. I don't think, I mean, if I could drive the Ferrari, I don't think I could do 46, probably 47 flat. I don't think there's that difference, you know, so. All right. Let's go. let me get this back to 1, which is everything's fresh here. And yeah, let's do some laps. Yeah, yeah. All right, that's for real, guys. That's for real. That's for real. Whoops, I see traffic. Yeah, possibly not looking at the chat. Guys, about the safety rating, I will talk again about this after the qualifying, but it's not how you think it is. Yeah, that's true, Alex, thanks. Relax, relax, go into the flow. In the flow, come on. It's okay, it's just the warm-up lap. In the flow, come on, yeah. Come on. Ah! Ah, not so good. Let's go. That wasn't so good here. Ah. A little bit late on the accelerator here. Okay, what's that? What's that? All right, 47.8. That's already, I'm happy. So now I can relax more. All right, that was a good first lap. I'm more relaxed now. We can try to push some more. Yeah. I slide too much. I went in way too fast. See if I can do a better Ascari.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Oof. Ah, code brown. Ah. Come on, Aris. Yay! 47.5. All right. I don't have enough fuel. I don't have enough fuel. Anybody behind me? No. Okay, let's stop here. All right. Well, how about that? Huh. The old horse still has it. All right. I have already max camber, mate. Ah. All right. Well, I'm number one. Obviously, who cares? Which, by the way, guys. Let me see if I can show you. So practically, I will tell you in a minute. Let me see if it is already if it is already active. I don't think so. I think it will be active by tomorrow. But in the meantime, yeah, it's not active yet. I wanted to show you that there will be a page with official results. But it's not active yet. Let me check again. So practically, I will show you in a minute. Yeah, this is it. All right. So here's the page. Okay. I hope you can see it. Unfortunately, as you see, it's not ready yet. So if you go to www.z2esports/simracing.com/results, you will find the hot lap leaderboard. It's not ready yet. They are not updating yet, but in the following days they will try to update as soon as possible. If you don't see your name and lap time instantly, have a little bit of patience. Worst case scenario, they do not lose your lap times because they always gather and collect the lap times from the server's output and export. And if everything goes bad, they will update it manually. But according to the plan, this should get updated, almost in real time in the next days. So your names will gonna end up here. Of course, for the first 25 or 40 guys, I don't know. So this is how it's going to be. Let's have a look at what is going on in the server. So in the server, I'm still first. All right, let's have a look at the other drives. Let's see how they drive. It's always good to, have a look at the competition and see how they do it. Thanks, Brian, mate. Well, 48 years old almost, so not bad. And obviously, I'm not training for such things. And most importantly, personally, I hate hot lapping. I don't like it, and I'm never that good at qualifying. So I usually, do my laps for racing, and then I start hitting. Often I'm just as fast in race stream as I am in qualifying. So, Gabriel. Well, guys, now you have to do at least better than 1:47.500 if you want to go faster than me. Well, Alpha, go talk with the G2 Esport guys. They might need your help. Boring, mate. That's the main thing. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is having fun. This is why we do it, you know. It's for the excitement, for the experience, for the trip, not for the destination. No, negative rake doesn't always gives you better top speed, because it raises the front area, the frontal area. So raising the frontal area at some point raises also the aerodynamic drag, and that obviously is not good. Yeah, max braking, Mike. It doesn't matter. I mean, you have to set it, and then it depends where you want your max braking 100% to be in terms of how much load you put on the pedal. Also, keep in mind that 90 kilos, 150 kilos, 200 kilos, this is what the load cell understands. But this is not how much pressure you put on the brake pedal, because the brake pedal is a lever. And so depending on how you have configured the lever, you give much less brake force on the pedal. So obviously it's still, you know, high, but you could be from 20 to 70 kilos, even if your load cell understands up to 200, you know. How do you switch the track display small? Well, did you know that you can switch the track display and the whole UI small if you click into that small arrow over here? You see? This is full, and now it's minimized. That's smaller, more space, and the track map is smaller around here. And now you know. Oh, that was a nice spin, like zoom. But you can see all those guys are at 147. They are already good enough. But you know, I'm happy. I did just 2 laps, and already I did my best lap. I wonder if I can do something, you know, harder. I would like to, you know, try again maybe Friday and try again maybe Sunday, but I won't have the time because I want to prepare for Bathurst 12 hours, which is going to be a massacre practically. It's going to be really hard. And I don't know about that Alpha. It never happened to me. Strange. So I guess I will just do my 6, 7, 8 laps, whatever, here right now, and call it a day. Bravo Romano, έτσι, αύριο δώσε μου να καταλάβω. Hey, Lanske. Linske, sorry mate, Linske Fu. Glad that you're here. What car I choose, Zabzi? We are racing the Aston Martin V12. We're gonna end up last, but we're gonna do it in style. And lots of noise, yeah. yes, Kilian, I'm racing Saturday's Race Central, Racing Club International race. Right, so let's go 2 liters less. Let's see if we can improve, right? Last, but in style, yeah, that's all that's important. Ha, Amir, how you doing, mate? Amir, please don't give me 2 seconds of a difference here. Just, you know, 1 second is good. 2 seconds is too much, mate. Don't kill me. Yes, mate. Yes, there's no free name. The community is really small. I mean, we have our estimates, and I can assure you, the community is small. I mean, There are tons of people that are playing offline. They're playing, they're not getting, they're not into forums and so on, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to do this kind of sales that we're doing, and obviously we wouldn't be able to have money to do this kind of mega complex sims and so on. But the active people, not that much. Yeah. Zabzi, it is hard. We have a pretty good setup. I think you can find that setup in my, or a similar setup in my Google Docs setup sharing page. If not, I will post it in there. But especially when it's really hot, the weather, there's nothing you can do. It just overheat the front right tire, and that sometimes you really get lots of understeer. No, actually, Ryan, we are starting third from last because we didn't have time to do a proper qualifying. Gergo did whatever he could, poor guy, but he wasn't prepared, so we left him also without a setup, so it was a mess. But, presente al track day a Modena? Non credo, Raul. Sto cercando di limitare le mie uscite. È un anno, passerà, via. Ah, Luca. Yeah, we are doing, at the limit, we're doing 280 kilometers per hour at the straight, so it's not bad. It's not bad. The main issue of the car is mainly the old traction control system, which cuts a lot and cuts badly, so it doesn't let the car accelerate out of the turns. Sam, it is based on one of those setups. I am finishing this setup right now. Actually, it's finished, and then I will put it again on the G-Drive, Samba. So you will find it there after the stream. Actually, you know what? Let me put this right now. Let me put this right now. So give me, let's have a look on what the guys are doing. Like this. So we have something to watch. And in the meantime, I will work for you guys and place the setup on the Google Drive. Right. So let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Aris.Drives. Come on. And BMW M3 GT3 Monza. Okay, so what I need right now, oops, and I need is the setup, the last setup I did. Setup, where is it? Setup, BMW M6 Monza, 2.5, here it is. This is it. Okay, so search for at the usual, link. You guys, you can find the link on the description of all the videos for the Google Drive shared folder. Go in and go to BMW M3 GT3 Monza, and the latest setup that I'm using right now is Aris_Monza_A for AMB 21, T for track 30 _Q5. Q5, so search for the Q5 or the latest, and this is what I'm using right now. Right now it's full qualifying setup for this kind of, for my driving style, and possibly it can help you. I don't know. Raul, what is writing Raul? Who is Raul? Fabio chi? Fabio chi? Boh? Non mi ricordo, non mi viene. Magari se mi dici il username su qualche forum, forse me lo ricordo. But Batuhan Bayrak wants to know how to install a setup from Google Drive folder, please. Yes, of course. Let me show you how to install a setup. So it's really very simple. I don't even know if it's gonna work now. Maybe it won't work, but I will try. Okay, so maybe it won't work. So mainly, you get the setup from from the Google Drive. Okay, and you have to download it obviously into your desktop. I don't know, whatever. Let me see if you guys can see also the Explorer I have opened. Probably not. So let me go to the Streamlab here and window capture. Let me see. How do I do that? So duplicate in-game desktop. Let's do this like desktop. Okay. Yeah. Done. Okay, guys, I'm creating a new scene for the stream. So desktop, and then instead of window capture, I want everything practically. I want the whole screen. So display capture. Yes, this is what I want. Add source, display capture, add source. Wow. And then I want the window capture to go out. And now it should work. So let me know if you can see this. So where is it? Probably I need to. Just a minute, guys. Almost there, almost there. Okay, so remote, stream, desktop, right, so let's go here. Okay, now you can see it. Okay, so you go into your documents, you find your Assetto Corsa Competizione, you go into setups, all right, and into the setups you should be able to see all the all the cars, all right. So you go in there, you click on the car that you like, okay, and then you find, for example, Monza. You go inside Monza, and inside there you copy your setup. It's that simple. Now, if you haven't, because it might be that you don't have the car folder with the, or you don't have the track folder. Again, this is very easy. All right. All you have to do is you go into your game. All right. So you go into your game like this, and you go into your setup, and you just save something like, test, whatever. You just have to save something. The moment you save one setup here, okay, automatically in your documents folder, it's going to create the folder setup, subfolder car, name of the car, subfolder, name of the truck. And then you go inside there and you just copy the new setup. You go back into your game and you will find the new setup in here. This is how you do it. Okay? Hope it's easy. Okay, let me do another lap. Should I? Green hell in the Maserati. Green hell, you say? Right. Let's drink. Everybody drink and explain to our friend Christian what is the drink game when someone says about Nordschleife. yes, an asymmetric setup could be viable and actually it is asymmetric a little bit, especially on the pressures, a lot of asymmetry on the pressures, and a little bit of asymmetric. No, actually not. It turned out that I didn't do the asymmetric. I thought I had asymmetric here, but it turns out it didn't. So it works like that for me. You could try. Keep in mind that an asymmetric setup might give you instability in braking zones, stuff like that. But, you know, try. Haperdon. Yeah, drink again. Drink again. All right. One more try. One more try. One more try. Let's see if we can do something even lower than 47.5. I doubt it right now because I'm getting tired, but see you, Xavery. Thanks for joining. All right, let's go. Ah! My God, what am I doing? I have to stop watching the chat. That's cool, Dario. Well done. Okay, let's go back. Are those new tires? No, they're not. So let's go back on the setup. Put the threes right, and yep. All right, one more try. Ah, 47 flat, it's impossible for me. I mean, everything is possible with practice and method, but to do 47 flat, I need to work hard, train a lot, practice a lot. This is practically my first day I'm training here, so I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. Nah. Yeah, I need a tow. Wow, Bermuda! Really? Wow, man. Not again, Ryan. Okay, let's go. First lap. Ah, bad. Hey, Simone!
Yellow flag in sector 3.
All right, we can improve at Ascari, so we still have some time. Kim Jong Underster is here. Oh. Okay, let's go. Right. Relax, relax. Come on, relax. Yeah, that's it. Ah! Too much. I'm still zero. I'm still zero. I don't know how I did that. Come on, Ascari. Could have done better. Come on! Come on! Come on! Alright, alright. One more try. One more try. One more try. I'm close. It's another 147.6. What could I do to improve? Yeah, that's my game, Timu. I'm consistent. That's how I drive. I'm consistent. I'm doing lap after lap after lap. I could use a tow, but I mean, it's cheating. How I could improve that? My aero, I'm as low as I can be. Dampers, I'm whatever I am. Oops, I switched off the monitor. Come on, get back. No, negative rake is gonna be worse. Now the game just understands 0 to 100. This is how it works. 0 to 100%. Obviously, it's 65 thousandths of levels. The amount of fuel is as far as I can do for 2 laps, 3 laps with the out lap. I need 2 laps to get hot. You know, I'm not just 1 lap and I can do the lap time. I need a couple of laps, and that's how I drive. Yeah, I understand that everybody will try to get a tow, but you know, I'm not in for the competition. I'm in to give people a benchmark. You know, so it's okay. I wonder what I could do. I could lower this just a tiny bit and get off some understeer. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's see how I can do that. How far am I off? Man, I'm number 1. I'm pole position. I'm the best I can be until the aliens, you know, populate the server. I'm the real deal, you know? All right, let's try. Let's try.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Now I'm gonna have oversteer everywhere and I won't be able to do a lap. Thanks, mate. It feels a little bit better, but the pressures are still not there, so I don't know. Yeah, it feels better. It doesn't feel unstable, it just feels more neutral. I can still attack. The dev hacks are all on, or all activated, RDG. I don't have any other dev hacks here. Nah, that was bad. I just asked way too much. Yeah. I am gaining time, so theoretically I can do better. Oh my god! What am I doing? I am abducted by aliens.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Seriously?
By the way, the fastest
Seriously? With this? What the hell? Come on, Aris. Come on, we can do this. Ah. I'm trying hard. Oh, no. Okay, last. We can do that. We can do a 47 low, guys. We can do a 47 low. And actually, I'm gonna go here and do another click. Yes, come on. Come on. I had a 47 low. Oh, someone destroyed everything here. Oh, the car feels good. Pressures are still low now, but the car feels good. We are really very close. Everybody's really close. Me, Gergo, Kevin when he's trained is close. Lucas Sodano is also very fast. Alvio is also very fast. We are really close. It depends how much we train, you know, how much we practice. All of us are, you know, old-time sim racers. Except Gergo, who's a little baby, but... Alright, I have 2 laps. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, what an exit I did. Oh my god. Yes, finally nailed the exit. I was so fast. I couldn't stop the car. Come on! I'm pushing too much. I'm pushing too much now. I have to calm down. Alright, let's do it. So close. All right, last lap. This is it. Come on. Wasn't that good, but still better.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Ah! I've lost it. I've lost it. Ah, damn it. Okay. Still good. Okay. We did have practically 47.5 dead. That's okay.
Cut detected.
That's okay. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm happy. I could do a 47 lows probably, but I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy. Nice, nice. Good to know. Yeah, I could probably do a 46, but honestly, who cares? Let me save the setup and send it to you guys again. That was a nice setup. So let's go to Q6. And yep, this is it. And also upload it on the usual Google Docs shared document. Okay. I think that's enough. Brian, I don't know honestly. I don't know. Yeah, they should implement it, and I know it's we put it on the list, but I don't know what to tell you about it. Now, guys, I mean, we have 200 likes. I mean, thank you so much, guys. You are awesome, awesome. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, Porta. No, actually, I was still in pole position. Yeah. So, the time to beat is 1:47.496, I think. 1:47. If you do 1:47.5, it's good for me. You've beaten me. And as I said, also very important, so let's go back and explain to people what we were doing here. So once more, the guys from the Z Esports team, it's a very, very big esports team. It's a esports team that, you know, plays hundreds of, I mean, many commercial esports games. And they are doing now sim racing, and they have organized this great event, which is Z2 Esport Racing Series. It's powered by Triforce, Logitech, and BMW, official sponsors. They have asked me to participate, to put a benchmark for you people so that you can have a go and possibly do some promotion for this event. We might be able, COVID permitting and my deadlines or work permitting, to have some extra surprises for the finals with maybe me present to talk to people and stuff like that. We'll see what is going to happen. But, as I said, go to G2 Esports, that's simracing.com. You can register. The initial competition qualifying will go ahead for 5 days until Sunday. And then they will do the semifinals on next week, Wednesday and Friday. And the final is in 25th October on Sunday, online final race. And then they will do finals, I think, somewhere on site. I'm not so sure about that. For this session, we are hot lapping the BMW M6 at Monza. So all you have to do is, register. You get a link on race department Discord server, which is great. Because not only you will be able to find all the information about this event, but you will find also yourself inside an amazing community with tons of events, leagues for all the sim racing titles that you love. So go there, have fun, try to beat my lap, use my setups, maybe improve it, let me know how you're doing. This is it. And last reminder, we will talk again live stream on this Saturday, because I am going to do the 12 hours of Bathurst in Racing Club International. So big week, busy week, lots of stuff to do, and I'm gonna die. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you had fun. Hope we had the opportunity to talk about many things tonight, and I'm very happy. 47.4. Kinda. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. See you on Saturday. Bye. Where is the stream ending? This is it.